All right, good morning and welcome to our channel Princess. Today is the 7th of July 2025, and we welcome you to another important update. This is coming from Chief Admin and the Bright, and he revealed a lot of things that are very important to our expectations. I will say you pay attention to him. He spoke about the funds that have been released to the grant handlers long before now, but on lien inability to or unable to hold them for now until certain conditions are met. Then on the return of the delegates and how they are to assemble today at the CBN for further instructions. And I just leave you to listen to this important piece. It's also very informative to our expectations. Let's put our minds together for this week. It's going to be a wonderful week for us. So, Chief Admin and Bride, your time now.
Hello, a very good evening to my fellow ESCO solutionists in the building. My name is, I'm your Chief Admin, Andy Bright. I come your well today, Sunday, the 6th of July 2025, and our very eventful week. I thank God Almighty who gave us this privilege to be alive in the land of the living, to experience this week and going forward the blessings of God Almighty in our lives as a community in the grand community, as a group in the grand community. All right, what informed my giving via right away is what the agitation that Val had been so muchly attached, Comrade Val, Elder Val have attached to the informations as they come through Ngozi Israel. I've been writing since this afternoon, since I came back from service, church service, attending to individual correspondences that have flooded my table and DM today. It's much this afternoon, so I've been writing all the way. So I decided to come to respond to vast apprehension, which could affect or must have affected other people in this community. Comrade Val has been so muchly attached to the information as they come from Ngozi Israel. I don't know why. I've told Davar and others who care to listen that Ngozi Israel is not the only source of information about this grand disbursement in the grand community. She is not. She has never been. We have been here for years, and since this UAG program started, we have been here. I don't want to slight Ngozi Israel. She is doing well. She's trying. But I wouldn't want somebody to begin to think that one person is a lord in this community. We don't have a lord. We don't have a lot of information in this grand community. It's an aberration. There are too many of us in the field out here in Abuja, physically, sourcing out for informations. We have our intels, not one intel, but intels, insiders that gives us information, and we summarize those informations intelligently to find out which one is truth by the events on ground. By events on ground. I made a write-up yesterday. I was so happy that God Almighty have really stepped into our issues to counter for us this grant disbursement stalemate that bedeviled the grant community all these years. I was so elated yesterday, very happy, so bringing everything to summary that I am a mathematician or an explicit calculator in the grant community. By all the events I summoned together, what is on ground and what informations we are receiving, I summarize them and bring to a conclusion of where we are. And by the grace of God, by the mercy of God, my conclusions and what I say, at least, humbly speaking, 90% of them are explicit and correct. I don't have one source. That is the issue. I don't just listen to Apostle Ken only. I listen to even the government side, and I listen to even other grant handlers that are available. I'm telling you. And so that's why, by the grace of God, my submissions are nearly not to be faulted. No one have ever come to fault my submissions. If you bring fault, if you try to fault my submission, I take you to another angle where you don't know, and people have tried it and they didn't succeed. I am here. All of you, my ESCO members, you know me very well, Chief Admin Andy Bright, and even our co-solutionites and other comrades in the building for all these years. You know me. By the grace of God, I'm just humbly saying all this, that we need to work intelligently and with wisdom in this grand community as information comes to us. I don't like following people who are as reed as the wind, chaffs that the wind will blow here and there, that are not stable in their minds. They are not stable in their thinking faculties. Whatever they may hooah, the person will rush there to check. And they make hooah the other side, will rush there to check. You are not stable. You don't know your direction, you don't know where you're going. I'm telling you. I'm not just talking to Edaval, but it's just because of his apprehension about Ngozi's information. Because I learned in my private world, somebody came to me this afternoon and said that Ngozi have said that those people are not back. The reps are not yet back, this and that. I said, no, Ngozi cannot say that now, because Ngozi told the community that yesterday that all IMF reps, all reps to Switzerland and the IMF, they are fully back now. She said to us that some of them came back on Wednesday and all of them came back either on Friday or yesterday, being Saturday. And we appreciated her for that information. Nobody faulted it. And while Osim himself has said that there are people, their own, from his own angle, that his own reps or the reps have came back on Tuesday. And those that said a sick person that need to sign was recovered, has been sick, but recovered last Tuesday also. I mean, last week Tuesday. And we swing into action soon. So all these things are pointing to us that disbursement is here with us. Everything is ready. So the comment that sent that to me that Ngozi said they are not yet back. Oh. I said, no, she cannot say that now, because she cannot be like a dog that will vomit and still lick back the vomit. Ngozi is sensible to say that. She just said last night that everybody's back, and then coming now to say that to write. I have not confirmed this, so whether it's really from Ngozi, but I saw a write-up now in our our group chat, that this statement came from Ngozi this morning, today being Sunday, after she have said yesterday being Saturday that all the IMF reps, all the reps to Switzerland are fully back. So I just want to, let me just make a comment on that. Just like Ngozi, she's a woman, she's a lady, she's very emotional, like all other ladies would be. Women are mostly emotional. Men have stability than women. Women, they can live in apprehensions most of the time and in fear. At least, especially when they are attached to somebody. When that person they're attached to tell them one thing or the other, they won't analyze it. They will just believe it immediately. They have a simple mind. In April this year, Ngozi came and said, let me just retrospect now, and told us that, told the community that the ground handlers have received their funds, that the funds have been disbursed to all our regular ground handlers accounts, that they have received the funds. The next week of that same month, she came and told the community, oh, they have not received the money. And we know that there's somebody, piloting her somewhere, that is telling her, why must you say this? Hey, you are putting the ground handlers to risk. But I came boldly that same month and told the community that all the ground handlers have received funds in their accounts from April, that far back April this year. And that was when their monies were transferred to them in their accounts. The only difference there is that they don't have access to that money. They didn't have access to it. They will see it, but they didn't have access. It was on lane on embargo until further instruction or orders from the government, from central bank government. That's how it has been all through this while. We know that they have gotten the monies transferred to their account all through this while, but they don't have access to it. It's not their making that the grants has not been disbursed up till now. Actually, they are waiting for the simple instructions from the powers that be, from the headquarters, from the central bank government. So when Ngozi said that, hey, they have not received, I know what is there now. That maybe the Oga who told him the truth have told her, oh, you shouldn't have said that. They thought, oh, you are putting the ground handlers to risk. But you have said it, yes, they got this money in their account, but they don't have access. When you say somebody doesn't have access to his account, no, which armed robber or which kidnapper will come and waylay him, or when he knows that he can do nothing about the money in the account. I mean, all these unnecessary fears. So that is woman for you. So my brother Daval, for example, today, coming back to saying, Ngozi have said again, what are we doing? What is going on Monday and all that? It does not hold water. You shouldn't have said all this, my elder. And some people who are apprehensive that Ngozi said the people are not yet back. It's for security reasons. Things are going on from other quarters. Disbursement in their levels have started already. And we're going to see these things. I told us last week, disbursement has started in their categories, in the government NGO level, in their categories also. They have categories there. But by the grace of God, this week we have entered now. Today is Sunday, the first day of the week. And so from tomorrow, by the grace of God, all the IMF that have come back, the reps, and then the person that was sick, everybody is jump packing in CBN tomorrow morning by the grace of God. So I'm saying all these things for us to kill our fears, for us to destroy our fears and still be hopeful. People are dying. I got information last week. One subscriber and one CEO died last week, a week before and last week, of just sickness. The other one accident, running around how to take care of the ailing mother in the hospital, trying to sustain her around on his way, going from the hospital, had an accident. If money came, it wouldn't have been so. If this disbursement, I keep saying it, many deaths, 90% of deaths that have happened in the community, or even more than 90%, is as a result of poverty. This grant not being disbursed yet. So my brothers and sisters and comrades and subscribers in this grant, we will buckle up and try to look into this delay. If there will be any further delay, we should press on the powers that be, the government, whoever that is delaying this disbursement, which we know hence. But we thank God that the delay is all over. We have celebrated it yesterday. Every pointer is ready right now. So, Comrade Val, what I'm saying to everyone that may be hearing me now is, let's stop the apprehensions. The battle is over. Let us work in faith with these people. Let us work in agreement and believe the good that is coming from them. As from tomorrow, Monday, the 7th of July, 2025. It is well with the IMF. It is well with our representatives to Switzerland. It is well with the one that was sick and is recovered. It is well with the CBN governor. It is well with every authority that is handling these grant disbursements. And it is well with our regular grant handlers. Kudos to everyone. I tell you, everything is in their place. And it is good news, hence, we'll be hearing in the grant community. Good news of our grants being disbursed to everyone that have legitimately subscribed for the grants. I thank you all for hearing me this afternoon, this wonderful Sunday afternoon. I thank you for giving me the audience. I say, may God Almighty going to bless us and send us help whenever the need arises. It is well with everyone. Good evening. Thank you.